Hey there. So today I am in Washington and this is the northern part of St. George, and it's actually one of the closest areas to Zion National Park. So today we're going to hop right into some of the pros and cons of living here in Washington, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah K here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Utah, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living in the St. George, Utah area. If that is of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you're notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to move, who are looking to relocate, buy, or sell a property here in St. George, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and my team and I would love to help you out. So like I said, today I am here in Washington. Washington is one of the communities that is north of St. George, and it is actually one of the communities that is closest to Zion National Park. Yes, but you're literally 4 minutes away from Costco. So one of the reasons, and again, we're just going to hop right into some of the reasons why people are making the move here specifically to this community. Number one is the proximity. Yes, the proximity here in Washington is really great. It is easily accessible from the freeway, from the 15. You are 3 minutes from the freeway, yet it's quiet. You can't hear, you can't hear that freeway noise. You are 4 minutes away, depending on where you're at, from Costco and from a lot of shopping and restaurants that are right very just south of where we are right now. So number one, people are moving here, the proximity. Number two is just the natural beauty. You can see I am at a park today. This park is one of the parks that my kids have played at many times. And it's this large soccer complex. And here in Washington, you've got some fabulous parks that are just at your fingertips. There are people walking around. There are people riding their bikes. There's pickleball courts, the soccer, and just a lot of outdoor recreation. So not only the proximity is fantastic, but number two are just the beautiful parks here as well. Number three, it is clean. It is clean and nice and family friendly. Many people are moving here to Washington because they like the cleanliness, they like the clean, they like the parks, they like all of that. And number four is really a lot of the new home construction. You're going to get a mix here in Washington of, more established neighborhoods and then also newer communities. But there are a lot of new communities popping up here in Washington, and people are enjoying moving into a brand new home or a brand new community and, having kind of that fresh start with that. But you also have some more established neighborhoods that people are like, oh, you know what? I actually love the more mature trees and the more mature landscaping and all of that, and more established neighborhoods. So you're going to get a mix of that here in Washington. I had mentioned proximity, but also the proximity you're going to have, like I said, easily accessible to the freeway, but also easily accessible to Zion National Park. This is one of the closest neighborhoods that's, areas that is close to Zion, and a lot of people like that. Another reason people are moving to Washington is the climate. They like the mild throughout the year until you get to the summer. It is, fall, spring, and winter are going to be more mild. You're typically not going to see snow here. Every once in a while it does snow, but it doesn't usually stick. But that summer climate, it is going to be hotter and drier. You're going to have several months where it's going to be, right around 100 degrees during the peak, during the day. So some people are moving here simply because they love the outdoors. They like the proximity. They like the family friendly that you will see here. And then again, just that climate. So let's go ahead, let's hop into, I'm going to take you on a little tour of what you can expect if you are thinking about making a move here to Washington. Let's take a peek. Okay, so drop a comment down below. What did you like? What did you see that you noticed about this community here in Washington? Again, if you're thinking about making a move out here, my team and I help people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. So feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and we would love to connect with you. Let's hop right into some of the disadvantages of living here in Washington and why Washington may or may not be the right fit for you. Number one, I had mentioned this before. There's a lot of new home construction that is going on here in Washington. Again, for some, they're like, I love this. This is great. I want to live in a brand new community. But having brand new communities also has some of its disadvantages. I was talking to a friend recently, and she's like, oh my gosh, Mariah, we just moved into this new community. And I've already had her tires have been popped twice simply because they're running over nails that are, happening in the new community. Same thing. You've got a lot of dust and dirt and all that debris that's kind of coming up with a new community too. Where as opposed, if you are living in a more established area, you're not going to necessarily be in that construction zone. So something to consider. Again, there are a lot of areas here in Washington that are not brand new construction that are more established, but just know if you are thinking about moving in to a newer neighborhood, some different things to consider with that for sure. Number two is the limited job opportunities. Yes, there are, there's here in St. George, it's very different than Salt Lake. And again, people move here because they like the small town charm. They like it's a little bit slower paced life. They like the warmer climate, but also just know that job opportunities are going to be more limited than if you are up in the Salt Lake area, if you are down in Las Vegas, just not as many job opportunities. Many people that I do know that are moving here, though, are retired or they can work from home. Yes, there still are jobs here, but you're just not going to see as many as you'd see in some of the other surrounding areas. Which, moving right on to the next one, you are going to notice that here in Washington, there is limited public transportation. Yes, there's the bus system that comes through here, but you are not going to see a lot in the way of easily accessibility with public transportation. You're typically going to see most people, driving a car, riding their bikes, walking here in a type of community like this. So more limited jobs. You've got hot summers, like I talked about before. Again, that's a pro for some, but for others, they're like, oh, I can't do I can't do extreme heat, and you are going to experience that here. One thing you will notice at, parks like this, you're going to see a lot of canopies going over playgrounds. You're going to see a lot of shaded areas. You're going to see a lot of water fountains next to the trails and all of that. But it is a very clean, family-friendly neighborhood, and that's why many people are moving to Washington. Again, like I said, proximity to the freeway, proximity to shops and restaurants and all of that. It's family friendly. You've got good schools and education here. You've also got Utah Tech, which is a four-year college that is here in St. George too, easily accessible to that. But other people are thinking, hey, you know what? I can't do this extreme heat. I need public transportation, or I'm also looking for a job and it might, may or may not be able to find that here. So hopefully this gives you a good idea of what it may be like living here in Washington. And again, if you are thinking about making a move or relocating here to the St. George, Utah area, my team and I help people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. So feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and it would be our pleasure to chat with you. Take care and wish you a wonderful day. Bye.